Hey guys, Lucky Zach here today, and today we're talking about a very interesting plant. This plant doesn't do what typical plants do. It actually eats meat, full-on live creatures, and I may have gotten my hands on one of these plants. Without further ado, here is the Venus flytrap. Now, the Venus flytrap is actually native to North and South Carolina, and they live in bogs where the soil has a very low amount of nitrates, and typically most nutrients. Nitrates are actually typically absorbed through the roots, and are turned into proteins to actually create new leaf stems, just to extend plant growth. But since these plants don't actually live in a place where the soil has lots of nitrates, they use another method to get this. What these plants do is they actually grow a mouth at the end of their leaves. And this mouth has trigger points, as you can see. Those trigger points, when hit by an insect of some kind, make the mouth close down. And once the creature is captured, it actually creates a seal, and then digestive fluids fill the mouth. What I have here is a genuine live fly trap that I actually got from Walmart. Now, I've noticed in the recent years that these fly traps have actually gained popularity in stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, all that, where companies will actually just give them out in these little tiny tubes and you, boom, fly trap. Typically they're small in size and they don't have the best growth because they're reaching out for light. This one was with a bunch of others that was actually in the dark almost, like there wasn't lights above it, it wasn't outside. And so it was actually reaching out, like had super tall leaves that was trying to just get some sunlight. And the plant wasn't in the worst, like this is the best one that I found out of all of them, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep this alive or not. I was a little worried, never done this before, but it had tiny amounts, it had plenty of growth that I felt I can make errors, which I did, I made many, and get away with it. Now the instructions, when I looked online, back in 2017, around that time, these instructions weren't the best, but the ones that they actually put now are pretty decent. Here you can see I'm actually cutting all the dead growth, which is just allowing the plant to focus on the actual green parts, meaning that it doesn't have to waste its energy trying to either disconnect the dead parts or just, even if the dead parts have some green, it's not putting the energy into it. I got a sizable collection out of it. And out of these, I just threw them to the side. I typically take the dead parts of plants and put them back in the pot for more nutrients, but I wasn't sure if that was the best for this, so now I took the plant out of the pot, and the good news was it wasn't root bound, and root bound typically means that the roots take up all the amount of dirt that it actually was given and doesn't have any more room to grow. This plant wasn't root bound. Now, the pot that I'm putting in currently wasn't correct. It was actually garden soil, which was from my compost, and that was not a good choice. It actually ended up getting nitrate burns because there was too much nitrates in the actual soil, and it's not used to that, like I was saying at the beginning. So it started burning, but later on I actually switched it over and made sure I got it what it needed, and now it's doing amazing. Here, I actually was trying to give it a bug to just get the mouth to close just on camera. It was too early, but I wanted you guys to see, and as you see, boom, it chomped. Now, how is this plant looking? Ta-da! Here it is today, and as you can see, it weirdly lost most of its red, and it's not outreaching for sunlight anymore because it has a consistent amount of sunlight. Here, it actually caught a pretty good sized bug all on its own. I've been keeping it outside, but it's starting to get cold, so I'll have to pull it in soon. It's been doing really well. I switched over to a sphagnum moss kind of setup in the dirt, and it loves it. So I'm going to keep you guys updated and let you know how it's going, but this plant, it's doing wonderful, and I recommend it 100%, but do your research, okay? That was the Venus flytrap. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I thought this was the perfect plant to do since Halloween is right around the corner, and maybe get some more people into Venus flytraps because these plants are just wonderful. And, you know, watching them on YouTube when I got this one made me want more, but I'm going to make sure I can take care of this one and grow it, and I recommend this plant, actually. It's not hard to keep up with. You got to make sure you wash your soil, you got to make sure you take care of it the way it needs, and don't make the mistakes I did, because if I didn't know, the plant wouldn't have made it. And also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and more videos coming soon. I will see you in the next video.